Hello, hey everyone. Welcome to yet another check-in session. My name is Mumshad, and I'll be your host today. Just fix the camera. All right. Very happy to have you all. Wherever you're coming, wherever you're joining in from, please do send a message in the chat and let me know where you're coming from. We will get started in a few minutes. I do have some updates for you, and we'll also go through and look at the leaderboard and see where everyone is. And I also have some interesting announcements. So thank you so much for joining in wherever you're from. I do have some folks who have joined. Hey, Arun, thank you. Thanks for joining. Welcome to the session. We have Yatin. Hello, Yatin. We have Marjan Rafi from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Hello, Marjan. Welcome to the session. We have Santosh Kumar, and we have Daniel Clement from Ghana. Welcome, Daniel. Thanks for joining. We have someone from Atlanta, Georgia, and we have Venkata from Bengaluru. We have Vijesh from Kerala. Hi, Vijesh. We have Lekha from Hyderabad. We have Sukumar. We have Ganesh from Qatar. So welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining in. Let me quickly bring this up, share my screen. Okay, so this is the 12th check-in session for our Kubestronaut cohort. We had started the beginning of the year, and we are 3/4 done. We have a few more months to the end of the year to launch many more Kubestronauts to cohort, to launch many more Kubestronauts into the orbit. And what we're going to do today is we're going to celebrate the achievements, the recent achievements. I have some updates about course launches and updates, and we'll also do a leaderboard check-in, and we can do a Q&A. So do drop in your questions, whether it is about the exam, about the courses, about our content, or anything else that's going on with your work. Do share your questions in the chat. All right, so we have the KubeCons that are happening. We have the KubeCon North America in November, so that's just 2 months away. That's happening in Atlanta, Georgia, and there's a coupon code that you can use if you'd like to get a discount. And we also have the KubeCon Europe in 2026 in March, and that's one that we are sponsoring. So we're going to be there. We're not going to be there in North America as a booth, but we have our trainers and others who are joining. So if you plan to go there, do take time to meet our trainers. We could. We're also sponsoring the Dan Cohn Scholarship, so you are going to be seeing some of us over there. But yeah, we're going to be having a booth and everything at Amsterdam KubeCon in Europe, and that's going to be a big one. Now, the call for proposal for talks is open for KubeCon Europe, so I would highly recommend checking that out. So there's the, let me just give you a quick walkthrough of that. Europe, CFP. Yep, so the call for proposal for Europe is open, and the submissions are due by 12th October. So you have almost exactly a month's time. There are some best practices that are shared here, so do check that out. There are different tracks that you can submit your talks to, and there are some best practices there. There was a blog that we had recently written that spoke about how to submit a good CFP. So let me just share that here. All right, so if you go to this blog, you're going to be able to see a CFP on best practices on how to submit a good CFP. This was written by one of our members, Abhinav Sharma, from our team. He's a champ at submitting CFPs and giving talks, and he has written his experience on the best practices on getting a CFP in. So definitely do check it out, and I'm going to share the link to that here in the chat. All right. So getting back, there's also a KubeCon happening in Japan and India next year in Mumbai. So do keep an eye out for that. So we'll start with highlighting some of the achievers. So some of the new Kubestronauts are Yatin Potran, who has recently completed his Kubestronaut journey by completing all the 5 certifications. So congratulations to Yatin. We have Yujun Liang, who's also recently done, or maybe done the second time, his Kubestronaut certification. So congratulations to Yujun. We have Mario Constantin, who's also recently completed the Kubestronaut, and I think he's just 22. So congratulations, Mario. It's pretty impressive. We have Ashish Chalak, who's also completed his Kubernetes certifications. Congratulations to Ashish. We have Sayantan Karmakar, who's done the certifications. Congratulations. We have Uddhavendra, and then we have Alberto Milan, who's done their CKS and CKA certifications. So congratulations. We have Yakuba Sise, who's done the CKAD certification. Sharvesh ML, who's recently completed his CKA. So congratulations to Sharvesh and Yakuba. We have Manmohan Merkar, who's recently become a Kubestronaut. Congratulations to Manmohan. And we have Mustaba Hosseini, who's done the CKA certification. We have Jack Cho, who's done the CKA. We have Ahmad Karoy, who's done the CKA. So congratulations to everyone who's recently completed their certifications. Some of the certifications outside of Kubernetes, we have Wesley, who's done the Microsoft Certified Azure Administrator Associate certification. So congratulations to Wesley. And also the HashiCorp Certified Terraform Associate certification. So double certification is that within 1 week? Yeah, that's pretty impressive. So congratulations. We have Florian, who's recently completed the AWS Solutions Architect Associate exam. So congratulations to Florian. And we have Mohan Krishna, who has recently completed the Istio Certified Associate exam. Congratulations to Mohan. We have Pierre, who's completed the Terraform Certified Associate exam. We have Corentin, who's done the CNCF. What is that? Is that Isovalent? Oh, he's become a golden Kubestronaut. Sorry, yeah, I didn't see that. Okay, golden Kubestronaut. Congratulations, Corentin. That's super impressive. And also we have Anna Pedra, who's also completed the golden Kubestronaut. So that's the 14, 15 certifications. That's super awesome. So congratulations to that. All right, now after some updates, we have just updated the CKA course. So if you go to the CKA course on KodeKloud, you should be able to see the new lectures and labs. So do check it out. So we have a completely new design on the course, as well as a lot of new lectures and updated lectures and labs. So definitely check it out. We are also working on updating the remaining Kubernetes courses. So we had already done the Kubernetes for Beginners course. Now we're working on the CKAD course, followed by the CKS, the KCSA, and KCNA. So while we're going through this course, I've been asking for a lot of I'm looking for feedback on what areas we could improve. So do share your areas of concerns or in topics that you find the most difficult. in the chat here, or in our Discord forum, or any of our support channels or feedback channels, and we'd love to consider them and incorporate those feedbacks in the course updates. So do share your concerns in the chat below. We also have a few new courses that have been released. So we have the FinOps Certified Practitioner course that prepares you for the FinOps Certified certification. So do check that out. And then we have the AWS CloudFormation beginner level course with hands-on labs. That's from Arno. So do check those out. And we have a bunch of courses that are coming up. So we have the Fundamentals of SRE course. We have the AZ 700 course that's coming out. We have a course on migrating to Datadog. We have a couple of AI courses that are going to come out. So NA10 Zero to Hero course, as well as the Cloud Code for Beginners course. So definitely check those out. All right. We then have a few cohorts that we have been following. So we had the first cohort that started in January. So everyone in that cohort should now be doing the KCSA, and ideally a lot of them should have become Kubestronauts by now. If not, aim to complete by the end of September or October. Those who went with path 2 should be completing the CKS by now. Similarly, the cohort that we started in April, you should be doing the CKS or the CKA by now. And then we recently started the cohort 3, which we started in July 2025, and you should all be doing the CKA or the CKAD out of that. So we have about 800 plus in each cohort. Maybe we can take a quick look at the leaderboard and the status. So this is the path 1, cohort 1. So that's the January cohort. And we have about 849 that are in progress, about 193 who've already got their certifications. Go back. The cohort that's starting in April. So we have about 113 that have already completed their certifications. And if you look at the progress, we have Hassini Liana Wadu, who's completed the 5 certifications. And you'll also see the other courses that are here, which are part of the Golden Kubestronaut. So I'll talk about that in a few minutes. But we have a few contenders who are almost completing their courses. And out of the ones who are certified, we have Mauricio, we have Corentin, who we spoke about a bit earlier, who are at the top of the leaderboard. And on the July cohort, we have about 98 who are already certified, and we have about 893 who are currently in progress. So awesome job to everyone who is continuing the certification journey. And thanks for joining the cohort and helping each other. Let's continue. So yeah, one of the upcoming cohorts that we're going to start in a few weeks is the Golden Kubestronaut Cohort. So this is all the 14, 15 certifications. So we already have about 300 plus that are already signed up. And the goal is to start a similar cohort for the Golden Kubestronaut. So if you go to KodeKloud.com/golden-kubestronaut, you'll be able to see this landing page and do share your, the cohort has not started yet. It's going to start the 1st of October. And so do share your, drop in your interest here. And once you join, once we start the cohort, you'll get more information and you'll be able to see your list of your courses, and you get your access to the leaderboard in a few weeks from now. So there's a bunch of FAQs here. So if you'd like, go through and take a look at those. All right. So we already have 300 plus who have signed up. So we have a few more weeks left before we start the cohort. So definitely go to the link. And if that's something you're interested in, if there's a path you are interested in exploring, definitely go ahead and sign up. So just a couple of questions that I'll take here. Alan asked, in order to be on board, you need the cert. So just to join the cohort, you don't need anything, right? The plan is that this is going to be a longer cohort and kind of like a multi-year cohort because there's like 15 certifications. So we're going to assume that nobody has any certifications and we're just going to start from there. So yeah, definitely check it out. All right. Another major announcement is that within a few days, so next week is what we call our free week. And this time we have a bunch of very interesting trending technologies that we're going to be focusing on for the next week. So the free week, the one that we usually have in September and every year, is starting in a few days. That's from tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So it's going to last for the entire week until the end of next week. So we're going to focus this time on helping you all upskill in on the AI side of things. And so if you've missed out on all the training, technologies that are coming out on the AI front, and feel left out, this is the perfect opportunity to join us and kind of learn with us for the next 5 days. So the plan is that on Saturday, which is the day after tomorrow, we'll start the free week, so you get access to all of our courses and labs and everything for free. We're going to open it up, and on Monday through Friday, we have a series of learning sessions that are going to happen. So on day one, we have the LLM fundamentals and prompt engineering. On day two, we have the MCP and tool integration. So on day one, you learn the LLM fundamentals. On day two, you'll learn the basics of MCP and work on some of the tool integrations. On day three, you're going to look into AI agents and automation. So this is where you're going to learn on how to build an AI agent as well as use it in the automation or DevOps context. And then on day four, we have a project that integrates all of these into one. So we have it's a capstone project. And on day five, we're going to look into a little bit on the production deployment and AI strategy. So it's something that you learn every day, and hopefully by the end of the week, you should be able to gain deep understanding, or a high-level understanding of what these terms mean, and also get your hands on through some of our lab experiences. So stay tuned and check out for our social media posts or emails on the announcement when we start this. So we have a bunch of really interesting topics that are going to be discussed. So definitely check that out. All right. So if you're in India, we have a partnership with Linux Foundation where you can get some of the subscriptions for free. For 55% off. So this is the certification exams. So if you're in India, if you go to the link that we'll share here, you should be able to purchase the Linux Foundation certifications at a much discounted rate. If you're not in India, then you could use the coupon code to book your certification exams at a 30% discount. So check that out. All right, off to some Q&A. I just go up and start picking some of them up. All right, do you think a CKA cert will help me get into DevOps even if I don't have a tech degree? Cat, orange whistling. Yeah, so, tech degrees right now are not really mandatory for getting into tech, right? I think that has been the case for, say, the past decade or so. Especially like online and freelance platforms and others have been, you're able to get a tech job without necessarily having a tech degree. And one of the ways that I've found people have kind of proven themselves to proven to the recruiters that they can do the job is through certifications, right? So that is one way. Obviously, just with certifications, you're not going to get a job. So obviously, you need the certification. You need to have the knowledge, and combined with some hands-on experience or some of the projects that you can build on GitHub and other places, there are the chances of getting a job increase. But I am not. So tech degrees are definitely not a mandatory requirement. Is what my understanding is. Certifications can definitely help there. So one of the question is, and there's something that we get very often, the option to purchase an individual course on KodeKloud. So one of our goals, one of the things that we used to do earlier on was we had this option, like I think 4 or 5 years back when we first started. Well, the problem with that model is because we have labs, and labs cost based on usage. We're unable to kind of provide a course that also has labs in a non kind of subscription model, right? Because in the individual model, you get access to the course perpetually, and then but then you might not be able to get the hands-on labs for that long. We actually experimented with this earlier on. The courses were available individually, and the courses were available on subscription. And at the moment you start purchasing more than 2 to 3 courses, the cost goes way up, right? So a subscription in that case makes a lot more sense, because for a subscription you get access to all the courses and all the other features, and we found that made more sense. So we actually ran a lot of A/B testing in the early days to figure out what is the right approach, and we felt that people, most of our students felt that the subscription model was better for them. So again, we're evaluating this all the time. So do share your feedback. Keep sharing your feedback, and we can definitely explore maybe another option if that makes sense. But yeah, thank you so much for asking and sharing your feedback. So if I can solve KodeKloud mock tests only after peeking into solution once, am I ready for the actual exam? If you're peeking into solution, then I'm not sure if you're ready, because you can't peek into solution when you're in the actual exam. But you can peek into the documentation pages, right? So it is an open book exam. So you have the access to the Kubernetes documentation pages. So you can definitely peek into that. But the exact solution to the questions you're going to be asked is not going to be available. So that's going to be a problem. So in that case, you should spend enough time to go through the mock exams, the actual content first, the labs first, the lab second, and the mock exams, and practice the mock exams until you can solve it without actually peeking into the solution. And then you will be comfortable. So you want to be extra comfortable, right, before you actually go into the exam and give the attempt, because during the exam there's also the pressure of the time, and then there's generally additional pressure because it's an exam. So you want to be a little bit extra prepared when you go into the exam. So you need to get to a stage where you can attempt the exam without having to look at the solution, just by looking at the Kubernetes documentation page, right? So that you have to get like really comfortable with that. Then you have a chance to pass the exam. So yep, all the best, Srinath. We have Alan Najman. We're going to try the CKAD in 1 month. So all the best, Alan. I'm sure you're going to have a great experience. So the ICA course, is it the Istio course? If so, we already have it, right? Thought we already had it. Let's take a look. Yeah, so if you go to KodeKloud and search for Istio Certified Associate, you're going to be able to see the Istio course. So for the Golden Kubestronaut, I think we're already covering a decent amount of courses. So if you look at this, you'll be able to see that we have the course content, all of the content, as well as some of the mock exams at the end. So yeah, we definitely have it. So do check it out. All right. Is the CKA updated on Udemy as well? Yes, it is. Or it will be very soon. So yeah, whenever we update our courses, we update it wherever we have our courses. So it should be updated everywhere. Yes, and will existing courses get updated? Yes. So all the existing courses that you're going through will get updated. So for the CKA certification, is the CKA course enough? I would say yes, mostly. But if you need to be extra prepared, as I mentioned, you can always look at some additional resources for each of the topics that we teach. It's always good to play around and practice that yourself a little bit extra, right? So it's definitely recommended. So I would say don't just the CKA course should get you through it, but I would say just to be extra prepared and confident, you should look at some of the additional other resources too. Look around the documentation, do the tasks that are available in the Kubernetes documentation pages, and spend some time there. All right. Yeah, I think I answered this one already. So to be part of the Kubestronaut cohorts, you don't need to have a cert already. You can just join in. You'll get access to the private Discord channels, and then you can start collaborating with everyone and helping each other and learn together. So the 60% discount on the cert exams. So I think we do have a 55% coupon available, the one that I shared. So if you're in India, you can utilize that. I think that's the best option that's available right now. I don't think there's a 60% discount that's happening right now. So Srinu asked, becoming a Golden Kubestronaut, what could be the career growth and package in the market? So Golden Kubestronaut covers a wide spectrum of cloud native technologies, right? So all of Kubernetes plus Istio, Cilium, and a lot of other things that covers service mesh, networking, security, and all of that. There's Prometheus, there's monitoring with Prometheus. So there's a bunch of things that it covers ideally. So if you go through all of that, and if you actually get certified, that is a lot of knowledge that you're gaining after you're done with that, right? So I think there would be a lot of opportunities if you're able to crack like all the 13, 14 exams. That means you're covering a wide variety of topics, and that is definitely going to give you an advantage when you look for job change or career growth. So yeah, it's definitely recommended, I would say. So some of the let's skip through a bit. So ML Ops is kind of becoming one of the top topics these days, right? Because of AI and everything that's happening with AI right now, a lot of people are building their own machine learning platforms and training models internally. So there's a lot of work that's done. So as you probably know, like 90% of the content online is private, right? Is within companies, and the AI that we chat with, ChatGPT and others, are trained on public data. So there's a lot of requirement for training models and building AI systems. This could be RAG pipelines, or building custom AI models. There's a lot of work that's happening within companies on private data. And so companies are building their own internal machine learning models and infrastructure. So I think that's going to be big going forward. So there's definitely a lot of talks that's happening around the space, and I believe that that's definitely a big area to look forward to going forward. So I'm myself trying to learn about AI and some of the topics and machine learning and things like that myself. And I've been posting some of the videos on YouTube and other channels. Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be big going forward, and it's definitely something to keep an eye out on. So Santosh Kumar asks, I'm new to K8s. Which exam I can prefer to take first? So if you're new to K8s, my recommendation is I'm hoping that you already have some knowledge about containers and some of the fundamentals. So start with the fundamentals. Start with Linux basics. If that's not strong, that's where I would really start. Learn a little bit about networking, security, basics of that, and then you can move into containers. Once you're comfortable with containers, I would say go through the Kubernetes for Beginners course that gives you a quick intro into Kubernetes. And then I would say the best course to start is always the CKA, because that's the biggest and the best certification out there. So doing the CKA will kind of prep you really well in working with Kubernetes. There's a lot of hands-on experience that's required to crack it. So just preparing for that itself will give you a lot of experience. So I would highly recommend starting with the CKA. But if you're not really comfortable with hands-on yet, then I would recommend going through the KCNA first. So that is a non-hands-on exam. It's a multiple choice question exam. But I feel like even to crack that, you still need some kind of hands-on experience. But if you're not really comfortable giving a hands-on experience first, then I would highly recommend starting with the KCNA exam. So I'm a recent graduate and 3 months into DevOps profile. Should I go for the Kubestronaut program? So I would highly recommend evaluating whether you should go for it or not, depending on kind of your current status and what you're looking for, right? Depending on your current financial status and what you're looking for. So I would say, I'm just guessing because you said you're a recent graduate. The focus should really be in learning and getting that hands-on experience right now. I'm thinking, because you said 3 months into the DevOps profile, I'm assuming that you've started to work and you're in a DevOps profile at some company. So I would recommend the biggest focus to be on learning. So yeah, definitely go for the exams if you can. Maybe one or two, but you don't really have to go all in if you are not financially in a good state right now. So I would say just focus on learning the topics and the content and gaining hands-on experience at this time. And of course, like eventually, if your company sponsors, then yes, absolutely go for it. So yeah, definitely try to convince your company to pay for it. I finished level 1 in Linux today. Super excited for upcoming challenges. Yeah, so I'm guessing you're referring to the KodeKloud Engineer platform. So yeah, congratulations. And there's a lot more there. So yeah, definitely explore that. So free week link. So there's no special link to free week. So just come to the platform a couple of days later on Saturday, and it should just be open. So you should be able to access all the content. So there's no special link for that. Srinath asks, actually, difficulty of the exam compared to the KodeKloud mock exams. So there are different mock exams that we have. We have about three in the course, and then we have an extra set of mock exams that have a slightly different, a little bit variety of difficulty. So some of them are, more difficult, and some of them are a bit easier. If you can get through all of them, then I would say you should be somewhat there. So it shouldn't be way more difficult than our exams. So I would say, but anytime be extra prepared. And if you can really get through all of the mock exams, really well, then yeah, you should be prepared. So Vijesh asks, how can I access the AI classes? So next week, if you're referring to the free week, then we'll share the links during the free week to the AI classes when the free week starts. So we're going to be, we will also most likely have some live sessions on the YouTube channel. So definitely follow the channel and check it out. So Imad asks, why Istio is not part of the DevOps path? Are you referring to the DevOps learning path on our platform? I think it's a basic path that covers the basics of different technologies. So since Istio is, I would categorize it more of a little bit on the advanced side of Kubernetes. Most likely it is not there because of that. But yeah, you should find it if you look into the Kubernetes learning paths. All right. So there's a question on the ICA course. Will you update it? Right now, the updated course. So I think we recently updated it, and we are also going through another round of update. So yeah, thank you for the feedback, and we're actually working on it right now. We should have an updated, some of the updates going out very soon. But I think if you haven't taken it recently, as far as I remember, we actually recently went through one round of update. Just trying to check. But yeah. So let us know when was the last time you took the test. So AWS SAP in the future, are you referring to the Solutions Architect Professional, right? That's already there. So we already have the AWS Solutions Architect Professional course on the platform. So we have the Solutions Architect Associate. Okay, I'll definitely check on that. What I remember, either we are working on it or it's already out. Okay, I can check that. All right, Yatin says all set to achieve Golden Kubestronaut. So yeah, all the best, Yatin. So do you have courses on incorporating AI in the DevOps, making it more efficient, AI plus DevOps? Yeah, so that's basically the focus that's going to be there going forward. So next week during free week, we are going to be having a bunch of courses or talks that are going to be focused on that. So yeah, definitely check it out. So AWS cohorts, yes, we do have plans for some of the AWS cohorts. So I think after the Golden Kubestronaut, the next cohort that we would be starting would be on AWS. So thanks for checking in. All right. So yeah, I think we'll end early a little bit today. Well, thank you so much to everyone for joining in. And next time we're going to have some more updates. So do send me feedback on what you'd like me to cover during these sessions, and I'd love to walk you through those in the future sessions. So thank you so much, everybody, and have a good day. Good night.